In Ivory Coast this past week, a disputed presidential election has grown into a political crisis as both candidates have declared victory. Working on behalf of the African Union, former South African President Thabo Mbeki tried to mediate as hundreds of people protested in the north of the country. Laurent Gbagbo, the incumbent, was sworn in as president, despite the country's election commission declaring his rival, Alassane Ouattara, the winner of the runoff. I'm asking Mbeki to ask Mr. Laurent Gbagbo not to hold on to power, that he goes on to talk to Gbagbo so that he steps down, as things should go when someone loses an election. The country's constitutional court, led by an ally of Gbagbo, overturned the result after throwing out thousands of votes from areas that supported Ouattara over fraud claims. The decision came despite the result of the election being certified by the United Nations, which did not have major concerns over the way it was conducted. The development effectively set up parallel governments and raised serious questions about who was actually in charge of Ivory Coast, which was split into two by a civil war 8 years ago. Despite Ouattara's international support, Gbagbo holds many key elements of power, including the army and the state media. Corinne Dufka, the senior West Africa researcher at Human Rights Watch, said, quote, "The risk of violence between supporters of the two parties, as well as a repression by Ivorian security forces against real or perceived supporters of Ouattara, is very high." In the northern town of Bouake, the stronghold of rebels opposed to Gbagbo, tens of thousands of Ouattara supporters demonstrated outside the local headquarters of the UN peacekeeping mission, demanding that Gbagbo step down. "Gbagbo thief," his supporters chanted, carrying signs with slogans including 10 years in power, nothing good. Gbagbo can't be a president without the approval of the international community. Him alone against the world means zero, nothing. Where are we going this way?